Cyprus football, the passion, the thrill, the passion, the thrill. The stadiums roar, you can feel the chill. You can feel the chill. The teams are ready, the battles will start. With battles will start. With dreams of glory, they'll play with heart.
Kalimera, Kalispera, whatever time you are watching, this is Mappa. Stel's here, Thassos there, and down here, we have a special guest. Thasso, introduce our guest.
Oh yes, so here we have our on-the-field correspondent at the Zasagi. We've got Patryk Lipski. Patryk Lipski's in the house. How are you doing, Patryk?
Thank you for the applause. Yeah. Hello, nice to meet you guys. I'm good. Yes, I'm in Poland now. So after the season, little break, and yeah, I'm in Poland.
Brad, you have become our correspondent for Cyprus football in Cyprus. You know, you tell us stories, you show us videos. How do you get this information? You're better than us.
Yes, about this video of this car. My friend is neighbor of the sporting director, but first he didn't know it's his car, and yeah, he sent me video that his neighbor
has problems.
Has problems with the car, and after I saw on your Twitter that that was the sporting director of Anorthosis, yes?
Yeah. Well, this is another story that will come later on in the year, probably, because no one knows what happens. But there's lots to talk about tonight. So, like I said, Brad, get your coffee, relax. And we already have one message here. It says, you're the best Cyprus football reporter, see? We already have one guy that says you're the best. So it's good. It's good. No problem.
Yes, I follow the news of Cyprus football, also Polish football. Many my friends are joking about me that I know every results, every who got red card, who is injured of the opponent. So yes, I like this stuff.
Amazing. Well, thank you for joining us, bro. And Thasso, shall we start with the results? Or
before we do, we've got to say something about these guys, right?
I guess so. You know, they're only sponsoring us.
Yeah, exactly. So we've got to mention the sponsors. Here they are. They are Fonbet. Over down that way, in the other opposite corner to me, there is a little QR code that you can scan in there. And with that, you get a €30 free bonus when you sign up. It's Fonbet.
You bet on the phone.
You bet on the phone. It's a fun bet.
There you go.
Nice one. There they are.
Splendid. So
now
the first game, Thus, I know you're not going to like this, so I don't think anyone gives a shit. Omania beat Abuel by 2-1 in the most pointless derby ever. Loizu gave Omania the lead before a certain Brazilian smashed it top bins. What a strike by Maioli. And then near the end, Omania got the winner through a Polish player called Mario Stepinski. I think Patryk's heard of him before. I think he has. Stepinski was given the goal, but I think this was an own goal. I don't know, Patryk. Was this Stepinski's goal? Was this an own goal from the goalkeeper?
Let me see this. No, it's Mario Stepinski goal. Of course, it's my friend. So he scored the goal here.
There you go. God, Thasso's the Abuel fan. We need to hear what he has to say about this.
I don't have much to say, man.
Why?
You know, the one thing I did have to say about this game is I think somebody commented on the game, and then I responded, well done, he's 13, because we played a lot of young players in the game. We had a 17-year-old central defender who only played 3 minutes against Bafo. on his debut the week before, we played him in the centre of defence. So, you know, for Abuel, it was more to see a few of the younger players because they played Vitomir, Maioli, Katirci, you know, a lot of these players that weren't necessarily getting minutes before, younger players that are probably going to make more of an impact next season, especially with, you know, budgets and finances and the rest of it. I've already said what I've said about prospective investors and stuff like that. I'm not going to get involved in that again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Yeah. So, you know, it is what it is. It was a game. We lost it. Great. I mean, you know, and El Neo normally there's, you know, people have got like energy and it's like, yeah, you know, but I don't know. This time it felt like no
one gave a shit.
It felt damp. Well, I mean, some people did give a shit. We're going to talk about it later.
We will.
Yeah, but no, there was nothing in the game.
Patryk, are you surprised to see how bad Omania and Abuel's season has been? You'd think that they would be challenging, no?
Yeah, especially Omania, because they start the league very good in Europa. I think they won 6 games in a row in the qualification, and yeah, I thought it will be their season, but after they changed the coach and Paphos was way better. But Apollo also, they were champion of Cyprus and they finish on the 5th position. So I thought it will be hard for them to win the champions, but in the top 3, I thought they will finish.
And do you think that Stepinski will stay at the club? I know you mentioned him before, but we've heard stories that there are teams in Poland that want to sign him. Obviously, there was the bullshit that happened with the Omania fans in the Conference League game and the way that they treated Marius. It wasn't great. Do you think he's ready to try again at Omania, or do you think maybe he's thinking about going back home?
I think he will change the club because he spent most time this season on the bench, but he scored many goals for his minute he played. And yes, this team from Poland, I think if he will come back to Poland, it will be one team, this Widzew Łódź, where he started his career, and he's supporter of this team. And now a big investor came to this club, so I think they have money to pay to Omania. And also he has only 1 more year contract with Omania, so I think they will want to sell him also. And I don't know, I didn't speak with him now, but I think if I can bet, I will bet that he will go to Widzew Łódź.
Fair enough. And Brad, also one more thing about Malowski. You know, about that player who's done very, very well at Liverpool in the academy, but has come to Omania, hasn't had many opportunities. This is a very, very good player, no?
I don't know him very well because in Poland he didn't play. Only in the youth team of Liverpool, but it was a surprise for everyone that he chose Omania from Liverpool. But he didn't play so much this season, and yeah, it's now hard moment in his career, because if you came from Liverpool and you don't play in Omania, it's hard. But he's still young, and everything can happen in his career. So I think he needs to play. I don't know if in Omania or other club, but yeah, for him it's the most important to play more minutes next season.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Thasso, there was an incident that happened after the game. Shall we discuss this?
Oh, I mean, we have to, really. I don't want to be discussing something like this, but we have to talk about it. And that is, I think it was 10:30 at night. The police were called to it's the Ael clubhouse,
which is next door to the Omania one.
Yeah, which also houses the Omania fan club in Lagadamia as well. Now, following the game, about 50 Abuel ultras made their way there, entered the place, destroyed it, in essence, and injured 3 out of the 6 people who were there, included a 67-year-old woman who runs the place. Now, that 67-year-old woman, that's a yaya. They attacked a yaya. That's what they did. 50 of them as well. It's not like it was like 2 or 3. We would call them Morogolus in Cyprus. 2 or 3 of them. It's not 2 or 3 of them. It was 50 of them. And according to one of the people there, the attackers yelled out things like, "Your time has come, die gay communists, and we will kill you today." So yeah, a proper attack. They went in there. Now, obviously, the police arrived on the scene too late, obviously. And, there's been a lot of fallout over the last 2 or 3 days, as there should be. There should be a lot of people releasing statements saying how they're against this kind of thing. I'll be top of the list to say I'm against this kind of thing. It's already something I posted about on Twitter. Big brave boys attacking the 67-year-old woman. Yeah, 50 of them as well. Again, I keep going back to the numbers involved. One person doing that is bad enough, but 50 of them is. I mean, there's an intent to do something there. It's not like it wasn't planned and it escalated. No, there was a plan to do something there. And as an Abuel fan, I condemn it completely. I'm trying to say something that's not then also going to end up causing me problems. But yeah, it's something that should never happen, ever. Regardless of what political affiliation or team you have, it should never happen. Now, obviously, there's been a few statements that have been released. Omania as a club have released a statement condemning the attack. They presented some facts. Their facts, I've got to say, were a little bit incorrect. They said there was 70 people. But yeah, the attack left 3 people seriously injured, one of whom was a 67-year-old woman with head injuries. Meanwhile, the assailants completely trashed the building, causing significant property damage. This was not an isolated incident because prior to the Eonio, Abuel fans also damaged vehicles using stones and spray paint, attacked the stadium steward in the south stand. As a board, we express our full support and solidarity with the victims and wish them a speedy recovery. At the same time, we call on the police and the state to take decisive action and punish the perpetrators before we are forced to pay the price once again. Statements from a lot of political parties as well condemning the violence. One place that didn't release a statement. Can you guess who it is?
Abuel?
Yeah, there you go. No statement from the club at all. At all. Silence. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. But yeah, some things have developed over the last few days. The police originally started arresting 2 people, a 40-year-old and a 23-year-old. A 50-year-old was released after judges deemed there wasn't enough evidence for the police to keep him in custody. 2 18-year-olds were being kept up to 8 days in custody while investigations continue, but that was until this afternoon when an alibi was released and the police had to let them go. An additional 2 people were arrested this afternoon, a 22-year-old and a 32-year-old. But again, they weren't kept in custody because there are alibis. Now, the police are looking to push charges for conspiracy to commit a felony, breaking and entering, rioting, malicious damage, possessions of offensive weapons, armed with felony intent, armed with terrorism intent, assault with grievous bodily harm, and causing widespread panic. Apparently,
shouldn't attempted murder be on that as well?
There you go. I was going to get to that because I would also agree with you, but apparently there isn't enough evidence there for that.
Right. Okay.
According to the police, even though you've got eyewitness statements saying specifically that they were going to do.
Did they not mention the word terror though, or terrorism, or something along those lines?
Yeah. So there's also a terrorism charge.
Right, so terrorism, what? A terrorist wouldn't want to kill someone. They just, they just show up with a gun and say, hey, I'm going to shoot in the air. I'm not going to kill anyone. Yeah, okay.
I don't know, man. I really don't know. Either way, the police, slow to the scene, slow to do anything. And obviously, since this event, organised fans, alibis are coming out because of that. But listen, I'm not conspiracy theorist. I'm not going to get involved in that. But yeah, again, can only condemn this kind of stuff from happening. There was mentioned as well that from eyewitness statements about El Gavita coming back and that kind of stuff. I can't deal with it. I cannot deal with it as
grow up.
Yeah, exactly. Do
you know what it is, right? Here's the way I see it. The whole thing was absolutely disgusting.
Yeah.
Okay. But let's take away. Let's put everything to one side. Let's take the amount of people that were there, the amount of people that were injured, the amount of people that were involved, the political side of things, the football side of things, the supporter side of things. Take everything out of the equation and just put one thing in there. An old lady.
Yeah.
An old lady minding her own business. Someone's grandmother minding her own business, and she ends up in hospital. Because why? Because she was in the wrong place at the wrong time?
Yep.
These idiots, as much as fighting, I don't agree with, they're fighting grown men. They couldn't think to themselves, well, there's a woman there, let's leave her, let her escape, let her go. No, we have to attack her as well.
Yeah.
Are they men? Or are they just scumbags?
No. Like I said on Twitter, they're big, strong boys feeling big and strong. And yeah, it makes them feel big and strong and brave by doing what they did. Yeah, with their hoods up. So that they're, no, don't see my face. Don't see my face, because if you see my face, I might get in trouble.
Patryk, this is more bullshit for Cyprus, huh?
Yeah, sometimes I cannot believe what happened, but of course it shouldn't happen. It's very sad also for the image of the country, of the league. But yeah, these people, what we can do with them, it's I don't know how to comment this.
I have some ideas of what we can do with these people, but I'm not going to say on air. I'm not going to say it live. Yeah. YouTube is going to shut us down.
Yeah, I mean, we've kind of, you can only decry and kind of say, these things shouldn't be happening in the first place. But it kind of, there's a police issue, there's a fan club organization issue, and again, the club not coming forward to say something about it is an issue as well, because by staying silent on it, you're almost kind of condoning the behavior, aren't you? You need to say something about it. but obviously because the president's hanging on by a thread as it is. He doesn't want the club to say anything because the organised fans will be even more in trouble with them. George has brought that comment up.
Yeah,
basically says
Abwal
the same
won't
thing.
bite the hand that feeds them. Yeah, exactly. But this is another way I see it. People that get involved in stuff like that, they're just sick in the head.
Yeah.
They're just sick in the head. They got problems. Maybe they weren't hugged as kids. I don't know. Anyway, yalla, let's move on. And there's some news coming. I would say news coming out of Omania, but a former player has announced his retirement, Thasso, and that's Thomas Huberchan. Thomas Huberchan has hung up his boots. He was part of the squad that won the title in 21, won the cup as well. And he ended up at Garmi Odessa before he left Cyprus to go back home. And he was a very good player for Omania, I think, anyway.
You missed a step as well. He retired after playing this season with Spartago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Anyway, what's next? What is next?
There's another game, isn't there?
There is another game, Thasso, but there's also something else.
What's that?
There's also something else. And
your
guy, Mr. Pedridi, the president of Upwell, met up with a gentleman called Stefano Salvini in Italy. Now, for those who don't know, Salvini is an Italian football agent based in Romania. And Salvini knows the owner of Genoa, who is from Romania. So, could there have been a meeting about a potential investor, Thasso? Or is it just another one of those, I know someone, and I'm going to meet them at Juventus and just show them that I've got balls?
Well, I mean, to be fair to Pedridi, nobody had posted anything about this meeting. I found it on accident, where I was trying to find information on the Brazilian investors, and I thought, who's Brazilian at the club? Is Alessandro Silva. So, Googling around Alessandro Silva football, I landed on this post that was in October. So, I'm guessing he went out there in October already looking for a way out, and probably didn't end up getting it, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Oh, well, maybe next time, eh?
Exactly.
Maybe next time.
Anyway,
let's go to the next game. I think Patryk is falling asleep. Let's go to the next one. And Apollon went 2 goals up against Ari before losing 3-2. Walter scoring the first. Marquez scored the second. But Ari, they came back to win the game, which, to be honest, if they did that against Buffalo, we would have been talking about a last day of the season title thing. But Gomis pulled one back. Then our mate, Morgan Brown, scored a near-post header, and that's a significant goal. We're going to discuss that in a minute. Before Karol Strudzki, another Polish player, look at full of Poles today, made it 3-2. Made it 3-2 at the end for Ari. A game that I guess they're happy that they got the win. And 3 points for Ari. Patryk, you haven't said much recently because we've been talking too much about Omania and Apoel. Tell us about Strudzki.
Yes, you see 2 games and 2 winning goals of the Polish player.
See?
Big quality. Yeah. No, Karol is a very good player. I think he was one time the national team, but after he got injured. So also in Poland they say Raków Częstochowa wants him now. So we will see. Also, I think he will change the club because he's in Aris, 3-4 years now. Yeah, maybe 3. So, he need to do next step in his career because he's a really good player. He won the Champions with Aris 2 years ago. So I think he need to do next step in his career, but we'll see. He scored few goals in last few games, so he's in a good also moment of the season.
He scored against Ethnikos as well, didn't he?
Yes, he scored in this game. We lost a lot, I think 6-2.
Yeah. Well, talk to us about Aris, because you've played against them. What makes them different to Omania Apollon? Because they look like a very physical team, but quick as well.
Yes, it was one team that I didn't win even 1 point against them. Yeah, we lost every game we against them. Also last season in a cup. So yeah, it was the toughest opponent. They were physically prepared, and I think tactically they are good in defense. When I compare them with Paphos, they don't have so much quality, but yeah, the intensity of their game and physically aspects are in they are the best in this. Yeah, and we lost every game with them. With Apol, for example, last 3 games we got 7 points. With Apollon, I remember last season we had 4 games, 4 draws. This season, I think also 1 draw. With Omania this year, we draw 1 game. But with Paphos away, we draw 0-0. But with Ice, every game we lost. So yeah, they were the toughest opponent, to be honest.
Well, you beat Omania at home and you beat Apoel away, so
Yeah, but it's fine. It's fine.
Yes.
Yeah, Patryk won't let us forget. He won't let us forget that happened.
Well, there's some news coming from Ari Thaso, as we can see. Gomis and Kokorin.
Yeah.
There you go. Plenty.
Yeah.
Kokorin and Gomis have signed a new contract. Urosevic has gone, as has our mate Morgan Brown. And you can't see his face because our sponsor is there, but Mr. Radkov has been appointed head coach. So would you like to share more information about any of those?
Right, so yes, Atam Radkov, I think we talked about him quite extensively last week because everybody knew that he was going to be appointed as head coach. However, I think you pointed out on the Instagram a few moments in the press conference of his announcement that were amusing, let's say. One of them was in the introduction where the press spokesman kind of says, okay, we're going to introduce the head coach, but I'm going to give the first words to our director of football, Daniel Sikorski, and he hands off to Daniel, and Sikorski goes, "What is the question?" It's like, no, there's no question. Just give a statement.
He goes, Kalimera, what is the question? Amazing.
And then I think
he's got a point though, because he's sitting there waiting to say something, and the guy's talking in Greek,
and he hasn't translated anything to him.
And he hasn't told him what he's got to say. So I don't blame Sikorski for asking what the question is, because all he can hear is Greek the whole time, and then the guy goes, "Daniel, sorry,
yes,
I don't speak your language."
There was also another moment as well where I think a journalist or somebody involved in the administration of the whole event just walks in front of a camera, goes, and waddles off afterwards. Yeah, so the organisation was a little bit lacking. I won't say it was. I mean, there's been worse things picked up at a press conference. I want to say Dombrauskas, for instance, with the how many people are going to watch it?
How many people are watching live?
Guess. or what was Jimenez at Abuel being introduced with a Greek person asking and answering the questions in Greek, translating them into English for a Spanish translator to then translate those questions and answers into Spanish for Manolo Jimenez, and then the whole train going backwards again, where a press conference would have normally lasted half an hour. It was lasting an hour and a half because all the questions and answers were being repeated twice. But yeah, there's been worse. There's been better.
Yeah.
Now, as well, we're going to say something about. So there's Morgan Brown first, because obviously we've had him on the podcast a couple of times.
Yeah.
And we've been banging the drum about him for a while as well. He's scored a couple of crackers for Aris. He's 25 years old. He's been at Aris for 6 years. So that means he left England at 19 years old and came to Cyprus to play for Aris, who were in the second division at the time. Altogether 146 appearances with 8 goals, included that one that he scored this weekend. There's also rumours of him already agreeing to sign for Apollo. You need to send him a message and be like, sure. But and then one more is I want to say something about Shpilevsky. Obviously, a new coach coming in means he's left. Now, there was already the big hoo-ha for the last couple of weeks that he's leaving. But with all the changes of coaches and players that they've already announced, they also did an announcement video of him leaving, where it's an empty Alphamera and just one seat in the middle of the pitch. And he walked. You're looking like you haven't seen this yet, still.
I have.
Oh, right, okay. He just walks onto the pitch. And he sits down on his chair and kind of gives like a Jurgen Klopp type speech, and then kind of finishes it, and the video carries on as he gets up and walks off, and it just leaves the empty pitch there. So yeah. So
they should turn the lights off. They should be turning the lights off as well. Turn the lights off.
But yeah. So obviously, there's a new kind of era, if you want, starting at Aris. So there's probably going to be quite a changeover of playing staff, I would expect as well. Obviously, with the new coach coming in, he's going to have new ideas. But like we said, a couple of players have already signed on for next year, including Gogorin and Gomis. Very important players up front for them. There
we go. And you mentioned player changes. Apollon have said thank you to 6 players. And there's a 7th one likely being Spoljaric. So, and also Morgan Brown linked with the club. So, that's all. There we go.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it, really. The big one is Dimitriou, kind of Cyprus-wise, because he's an international goalkeeper. But he was basically third choice kind of at the end of his stint, even though he did play the game against Aris. The personal one for me that annoys me is they released Doregaray. Doregaray, man. Somebody needs to pick him up quickly. He's a forward who will get you goals. He's going to get you goals. All you need to do is just stick the ball on his head. It'll go in.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Okay, let's go with the final game. Let's go. Final game. And it's the warm-up for the cup final. Buffalo beat AEK by 2-0. Sunic with that, Thunder Bastard. And then Kina decided to do one of his own. And that is that. Buffalo celebrated the league title, the first in their history, as we spoke about the other week. There we go. And for some reason, the Cyprus president has to lift the trophy as well and gets a medal. I don't know why. Doesn't make any sense in my head unless he played for them. Did he play?
I've got some choice words for that guy.
Okay. I don't know. It's a bit strange. For me, it's a weird one, but there you go. Patrick, have you ever seen the Polish president giving a trophy and having a medal himself? I don't understand.
No, only in Cyprus, things like this. No, but maybe he was happy because of the first championship of the Paphos. I don't know.
Yeah, it's the team that he follows as well. That's his team.
Yeah,
okay.
well, he says, it could be like David Cameron and Aston Villa, yeah.
Well, no, he was at the cup final last year. Well, okay, so we need to wait until next season to see who wins the title, and then he's going to be wearing a different shirt and say that he supports them now.
No. What I'm saying is he pretends to be. Well, yeah, I'm not. Yeah, he pretends to be somebody who's like, oh, sports. Oh, I love the sports. Sports are great. Wow, Baffo. I'm from Baffo. I guess sports. Woo, team. When actually it's just it's just for the sake of doing whatever he's doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. There's stuff that he said and done which are completely opposite to what he said and done previously. But anyway.
Yeah. Patrick, 2 very good goals from 2 midfielders. You've got Sunic and Kina. 2 big goals. Big goals.
Yes, very good shots from distance. Yeah, and we'll see in the final of the cup. Because will be the same game, is Paphos against AEK.
Yep.
Yeah. Also,
who do you think is
AEK,
going to win? Who do you think is going to win?
I think Paphos, because they are now in a good moment, and they were the best team in this year. Also, last season they won the cup. I bet for Paphos, but also I support my friends from AEK because now the Zlatan Alomerovich, goalkeeper, is playing there. Karol Angielski is another Polish footballer in AEK, and also Enzo Cabrera, who played with me in Ethnikos. So we'll see. Also, Elia playing Paphos, but he's on the bench on the season. So I have friends here and here. We'll see.
Right, let me ask you about Enzo Cabrera, because last season he was incredible. This season, even better. We saw him at the beginning of last season, and we were saying this guy he looks special. He reminds us like Luis Suarez, very similar kind of player. What can you tell us about him as a player and as a person?
Yes, as a player, you can see he fight for every ball. He ran a lot, and I was surprised that even not better team took him last season, because I think the AEK paid for him like 250,000 euro, so it was not big amount. But now, for sure, I think will be 2 million, because now the teams like players like him who run, who fight, and also he score every season minimum 10 goals. Last season was 18 goals. So also as a person, he's a very good friend. He at the beginning he had a little bit problem with his English, but I think this time he learned it. And he worked very hard also at the trainings, at the gym. So for me, he can do very big career in Europe.
Yeah, there was a story in January that Djurgårdens in Sweden wanted him, and AEK said, "No, you want him? You pay big money for him, you know."
Mm-hmm.
So I think he's a very, very good player, and he deserves everything because he's been so impressive.
He's a very good player.
Yes, also I heard about offer from Russia, but I think Enzo didn't want to go there. And after this offer from Sweden, but this time AEK didn't agree with Djurgården. So maybe now in the summer, some good team will take him.
Well, let's see. They're going to be in Europe next season, so it's either Europa League or Conference League. He might not want to go, so let's see. Never know.
Yeah.
Thasso, league table, the final league table of the season. What is happening here? I don't know. It's gone. Okay, let's just bring Buffo in. There we go. Let's bring him back.
There we go. So yes, this is the final standings. We've got Bafos in first with 82 points. Aris in second with 75 points. Omania in third with 68 points.
That can't be right. That can't be right. Omania finished fourth because I got head-to-head. I don't know what's going on there.
I don't know what's going on there either, but that's how you
Omania finished fourth.
That's how I'm reading it.
I got it off Google. I haven't got anywhere else to get it from.
Google does it via goal difference, even though it's on head-to-head.
Omania finished fourth. That's wrong. Omania finished fourth.
So let's flip
if they finished third, Baba Stavro would have been happy with that. He'd probably thought it was Champions League.
Anyway, my team, Apoel, finishing in fifth with 53 points. Yeah, fine. And Apollon finishing
15
sixth.
points, Ray. 15
46.
points. 15 points behind us.
Yeah, it's fine. It's
Ray,
fine.
29 points. 29 points behind Buffalo.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm okay. I'm fine. It's okay. I'm all right. I'm not okay. I'm not okay, but fine. Yeah. Yep.
So we've got other news. Shall we move on?
Yeah, because basically, a lot of stuff has happened outside of the top six this week.
So... Oh, one second. No, Omania are third. It's head-to-head. AEK fourth. Are you sure, Alex?
There you go. So Google is correct.
Hold on.
Are you thinking of the cup? Are you thinking of one of the cup games as well in the head-to-head? There would have been 4 games, right? 4 league games.
How? You're sure? Do you know what? I'm going to have to VAR it. VAR. Okay, one second.
Okay. Do you want me to mention some news in the meantime?
Oh, fuck, he's right. We have finished third. Oh, fuck.
There you go. The congratulatory posts are going to come out.
Sorry, Patrick, because last season the Omania president said, we didn't win the league, we didn't win the cup, but we finished third, and this is a European place. Now he can say the same story.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Also, I saw that Omania had third position, but I wasn't sure also.
Oh.
Yeah. Never mind, Stel. Your team finished third. Oh, what a disappointing thing for you.
But it's not first. Anything below first, it doesn't matter.
Listen.
If you're not first, you're last.
Oh, then you finished in the same position as our boy then. So
let's go second division. Let's go second division with Salamina.
You can't make fun of us.
Can we go second division?
You mean second division with like Garmiodis?
Yes. I see what you did there. We're gonna do it.
You're gonna do it.
Patrick, cover your ears. Cover your ears.
Army autistic president. Batshit insanity to go. He went on Super Sport FM again. It's the Stavros Demosthenes show.
There he is.
Super loco. Super
There he
loco.
is. He's back once again. The thing is, right, I thought that this was going to be like, oh, the season's finished. We're probably not going to hear from him again. Incorrect. So, he went on Supersport FM again, and he said, the main thing that he said that I'm not going to report on the rest of the time is I have resigned as president of Karmiodisa since a week. So Karmiodisa right now do not have a president. Now, the big thing, however, is he wrote a letter to people, issued a statement announcing that he will run for the presidency of the Cyprus FA.
President of this? Okay.
Yes. So he's been saying that. I've got support. Now he's making it official. So, dear friends, today, Monday, May 19th, 2025, I officially announce my intention announce my interest in running for the presidency of the Cyprus Football Federation. After much thought and reflection, I've decided with all solemnity to announce openly, first of all, to the entire sports fan community who so much desire a substantial change in the sport we love, as well as to all my friends, presidents, team executives, and of course the media. I strongly feel the will of the people for a dynamic person to come forward who will put football on a different footing as we all dream of. With a sense of responsibility, I officially begin today the effort through discussions with whoever is needed to lead Cypriot football to a much better tomorrow that it so much deserves. With respect, Stavros Dimosthenos. So there you go. Now, on a completely unrelated note, Phileleftheros News, Phil News, announced that somebody at the Cyprus FA was going to resign because some things were happening in the background that they tried to get in front of. Now, that happened on Monday afternoon after that announcement. However, we've not seen anything further yet. We do know that at the Cyprus FA Awards, that Stavros Dimosthenos had loads of photos with your friend, Stel Grigori.
No, not my friend. No.
The former inverted commas Omania vice president and current vice president of the Cyprus FA, who does not like the current president of the Cyprus FA, as well as the Omania president and the AEL president and other people he's obviously trying to get support from. Even though the elections for a Cyprus FA president are in 2 years' time.
2 years' time, yeah.
2 years' time, yeah. So he must know something other people don't.
Yes, true, Thasso. But something else happened with Karmiodisa, which we're going to talk about later.
Something else did happen, yeah. But I want to wait for that. There's another song. Well, there might be 2 songs for that.
Yeah, it might be 2 songs. Okay. Well, shall we quickly talk about Mamas?
We can talk about Rafael Mamas. So he's no longer at AEL. A big thank you there from AEL for Rafael Mamas. Friend of yellow cards everywhere. He's been announced to sign for FK Sarajevo in what AEL are calling a significant financial benefit. Now, I guess that means 6 figures. I guess
maybe.
So yeah, FK Sarajevo won the Bosnian Cup this season, so Mamas will be playing in Europe. But yeah, so this season for AEL, he managed 2 goals and 2 assists in 30 games. And if you like to put a bet on somebody getting a yellow card, he's a good bet. Him and your friend Patryk,
Yes.
Those are the guys. If you put bets on yellow cards, those are the guys you go for.
Yes, I think this season he had 10 yellow cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it's this position sometimes.
Yeah, it's his job. Yeah, exactly.
But sometimes also stupid yellow cards. I spoke many times with Manu about this, but he's Argentinian. He's big temper. Yeah, with the character, but it's very good guy, and I like to play with him. But yes, many yellow cards.
Yeah, he is a very good player. We've been watching him obviously with you as well for the last 2 seasons at Ethnikos, and that's a very good centre of midfield right there.
Yes,
very solid spine.
I agree. Yes, and it's easy to play with him because he do the dirty job on the pitch. But also he scored, I think, 4 goals this season and 4 last season. So also 8 goals in these 2 seasons. Yeah,
it's not bad for a player in his position.
Yeah, it's very good. Yeah.
Did you ever play against Mamas? Did you ever play against him?
Yes.
Did he kick you? Did he kick you? Did he foul you?
Also, my last game in Ethnikos was against Al. We won 2-0. And I think also he got yellow card this game. Yeah, so that's true.
Yeah, so I think he's going to fit in the Balkans, I think, with
he'll
that
be
kind
fine.
of attitude is going to do very
He'll
very
be
well.
fine in Bosnia. He will love it. He will love it. They're all fighting each other. He'll love it.
Yeah.
My God. God. Okay, what else have we got? Anorthosi, that's all.
Anorthosi, hold on, what's happened with Anorthosi?
Well, it looks like they're going to bring in Joaquin Gomez as the head coach.
Yes. Yep.
And it would appear that they've got their 2,500 season ticket holders, which means the embargo or the potential 6-point deduction isn't going to happen.
Yeah, but that's more to do with kind of paying off certain debts, which would mean they pass the financial criteria. The UEFA criteria, we keep going on about that. Apparently every club passes every year without a hitch. Okay.
We thought we'd have to mention that.
Yeah, but yeah. So, the positive news at Anorthosis is always a positive thing for Cypriot football, I think. But yeah. I mean, we did mention Anorthosis, and there's a thing pertaining to Achna as well as Nea Salamina. And that is the 3 presidents of those clubs stood in front of the parliament today to make a statement about the fact that the club's stadiums need upgrades. So, they're basically making a final appeal to the government for full public funding. So from Gigis Filippo, we as clubs cannot contribute even a cent towards the upgrades. And with the way the system currently operates, it's entirely possible that 1 or even all 3 of our stadiums will be closed next season. So, I don't have to repeat these kind of things for Patryk, but how many games for Ethnikos were delayed or stopped because the floodlights at the Vasagi stopped working?
Yeah, Patryk, what is wrong with the lights in the stadium? What is wrong with this?
I want also know what happened with the lights. Yeah.
They need a Polish electrician, bro. They'll fix it, no problem.
Yeah,
no problem.
We were joking that they didn't pay for the electricity.
Wasn't when one of the games as well when you had some people come over to see you specifically as well?
Yes, it was against Salamina maybe. Yeah.
and this Patryk puts a picture up to say there's some people who come to see me play football. I've gone, that's why the floodlights stopped working. The electricity got overloaded because they've got more people in the stadium. Yeah, it's obviously there's a big problem there that needs sorting out, and according to the there's a where is it in my notes? The chairman of the refugee committee said that the works at Achna are going to cost 18 million euros to update.
18 million.
Yes, 18 million euros.
You could buy a new stadium.
And the amorphostos epistrophi is 18 million euros. The work at the Antonis Papadopoulos as required is 26 million euros.
That's worth more than the club.
Yes. So, yeah, a little bit. Now, according to the chairman of the refugee committee, Nikos Getiros,
Ditsiros.
Sorry, Patryk. Ditsiros in Cypriot means naked.
Okay.
That's why he's reacting the way he's reacting. Right. Now, so apparently funding at the moment is restricted to 60% for Nea Salamina, 58.6% for Anorthosis, and 50% for Achna. We've lost Del. He's gone. I'm going to keep talking then while he recovers. So yes. Now, here's the thing that I wanted to say about this. So this is why I brought up the President of the Republic earlier on, because our friend over on the Anorthosis podcast, Bufo, put up a video in January of the President giving a speech at this Anorthosis kind of meeting that was going on, saying that Anorthosis should have a state-of-the-art stadium and we should support our refugee teams, and this will be funded 100% by the government. And then we come to obviously 5 months later and you've got the clubs knocking on the parliament's door going, please, somebody help us. Because these teams aren't just teams, they're refugee teams, so they're representative of communities that are currently under occupation. So it's a very important community issue that these teams have the facilities that they need. Now, teams like Anorthosis, you could say that, previously they had a lot more success, so they could maybe improve the stadium themselves. But teams like Achna and Nea Salamina have always struggled financially. Stel is still reading comments. He's reading comments that are coming in, and that's why he's still laughing. But yeah, they're all these teams are very important regardless for their communities. So there's a certain obligation to make sure that these teams stick around. But yeah.
Did you say his first name was Nick?
Where is it? Nikos Getiros.
Naked Nick. Naked Nick. He walks around the office with no clothes on. Do you want to improve your stadium? 18 million. Look at this. Sorry, Patryk. These are the jokes that we make.
No. Hey, don't. No. These are the jokes you make.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Yeah. There you go.
Patryk, are you surprised that these stadiums need a lot of money to fix, or is it like, well, you play in the stadium, so you know it's going to take a lot of money to arrange a problem, to organize a problem? Sorry.
No, I think, it will cost a lot of money to repair the stadium. I hope we can have a new stadium in Achna, but I don't know if I will still play football. when will be new stadium? But I saw the project. It looks nice. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that there are plans in place to do the works once funding is organised. Right. Okay. So that's good.
There we go.
But you might retire before they start.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh dear.
Oh my god.
Oh man. Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah,
Right.
so-
Shall we stay with anorthosis then, and that 2.5 year incident that is.
Oh
finally...
yes. So yeah. Right. So almost 2.5 years after the Anorthosis versus Garmiodis game that led to the downfall of the Boulaidis regime, a 4-month suspended jail sentence and a 3-year stadium ban has been handed down to one of the instigators of events for use of dangerous objects in a sports venue. So, for people who don't remember, we've got some images flashing up on the screen here where fans threw a Molotov cocktail onto the pitch. And there was also a steel bar that was thrown on the pitch, which meant that the game was abandoned in the 80th minute, I want to say. So in essence, Garmiodis were winning 1-0. They scored a second goal, and the Anorthosis ultras lost their goddamn minds and started causing problems. The referee took the players off the pitch, as is right, because it was a security concern. And then they announced on the tannoys, obviously, please refrain from causing any more issues. The referee is going to bring the players back on, but if there are any further issues, then their players will be taken off and the game will be abandoned. And as soon as the players gathered to take kickoff, I think they basically took kickoff, and then things started coming down from the stands. Like the fans waited for the game to kick off before they went kicked off again. And so the referee called all the players off the pitch. One of the people who was remonstrating with the referee for the game to continue was one Amervada. You don't have it queued up. I know you don't have it queued up. Because,
I'm not doing it today.
So all the players got taken off after, Molotov cocktail started raining on the pitch. They finally put someone in. Well, they didn't even put him in jail. It's a 4-month suspended sentence. So basically, he's going to get 4 months jail if another incident occurs with him being involved. But he also has a 3-year stadium ban, so he's not allowed in stadiums for our football events for 3 years.
Naughty
boys.
Naughty. Yes.
Where do you want to go next?
Ethnikos?
Yes, go Ethnikos. Yes, so big news.
Yay, go Ethnikos.
Big news at Ethnikos. Hugo Martins.
Hugo.
Following his release from Omania Attack, has been announced as the new head coach. So we talked about, how successful he was at Omania Attack. He got them promoted, and he got them promoted on one of the lower budgets of the second division as well. And then kept them up in the first division on the lowest budget out of all the teams. So now he's going to embark on something different, right? So what we thinking the aim is here?
The aim is to keep Patryk Lipski at the club. That's
think?
The first aim.
You think that's what it is?
That's the first aim.
Do you think they're going to be going for trying to break into that top 6?
Ask him. He plays for him. What are you asking me for?
I don't know. I hope. We'll see. But I'm happy that this coach come to Ethnikos, because he showed in last season and also season before that he's a very good coach. He got promoted, as you said, with Omania Attack to first division, and now with the lowest budget he stay in the league. So it was big success. I thought he will go to one of the biggest team, to be honest, in the Cyprus, but good move from Achna that they bring him, because we knew before that our coach Coach Badia will leave the club. So I think they choose very good coach, and we'll see. We'll see next season the results of Ethnikos.
Brad, you mentioned David Badia. We have had him on the podcast before. I speak to David from time to time. What's he like as a coach to work for?
One more time, can you?
David Badia, what is he like as a coach to work with?
Yes, I like work with him because it's Spanish school of football. The trainings, every training was with the ball, so footballers likes trainings like this. But also he was good tactically. I think with these big teams we had good results this season. So he prepared us very good tactically, and yes, also he was all the season coach of Ethnikos, and in Cyprus they changed the coach many times, so it's also success that he finished the season. I think we stay in the league. We finish at 10th position, but we had the same points like 9th position AL. So it shows that he's good coach, and yes, I think he will go to better team, and I wish him good luck.
What was that?
Yeah, that is everything okay there? That was loud.
Yes. My headphones
I thought it was the Anorthosis fans coming after you with a Molotov.
Oh, bloody hell. Oh. Okay.
Or was it Giggy chasing you?
Yeah, Giggy's coming.
Giggy's coming to get you.
Giganti!
Giganti!
Yeah. So,
oh, God. Yes.
next, because there's still a little bit left to go. Next.
Oh, my God. Go on.
Right, what's next? What shall I do next? Syrio. So there's going to be football next year. Talking about stadiums that need work, there's going to be football next year at Syrion. If we're going to believe the guy from FC Krasava, general manager Dimitris Vrahimis. It says we had a meeting with the Rasio authorities about the use of the Syrion. There was also new contact last night. That was Monday night. And we are close to an agreement. If everything goes well, the agreement will be finalized tomorrow, and our team will compete in Syrion in the new season. Now, we are in tomorrow. In fact, we're after tomorrow, based off of that statement. And there's yet been a statement about them being officially confirmed to be playing Syrion next season. Yeah, so this is the stadium that AL fans said that they were going to give a goodbye to 3 years ago now, by ripping out bits of concrete and throwing it on the pitch. So yeah, apparently it's still suitable for first division football, so that's good.
So if you rip it apart, does it make it the Syrion?
Oh, for God's sake!
The naked stadium. Sorry. It's
yeah. Yeah. Okay. So next. What do you want to do next?
National team.
Let's talk about the national team. So some players got picked by Agis Manjos. I'll go through the names quickly. We've got Mikhail, Mol, and Dimitriou in goal. In defense, we've got Laifis, Shelis, Korea, Panayodou, Pileas, Malekidis, Antoniou, and Shikis. In the middle, we've got Artimatas, Castanos, Hambos, Mamas, the other handball, Gosti and Sacha. Although I don't know why we keep listing him as a midfielder. He's going to be playing at right back. But anyway, and up front, we've got Pierosso Di Rio, Mario Silia, Loizu, Jonis, Gagoulis, Koutsagos, Gavril, and Antonio Fodi.
Yes.
So
very interesting.
Yes.
Very interesting.
Now
Very interesting.
There's a big name missing out of that front lot, and there's no Bitkas. So that's the main thing. Now I believe that's he's probably just been given a break because he's basically been playing 18 months non-stop because obviously they had the full year's season in Sweden and then got bought by CSK Sofia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They lost the cup final today.
They lost the cup final 1-0. But prior to the game starting, CSK Sofia fans actually put up a massive banner
Tifo?
of... Well, no, I won't call it a tifo. It was a big banner, though, of Cyprus in the Greek flag.
Oh.
Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, it was an interesting thing. Now, why are we picking Anderson Correa when we've already picked two other left backs?
Stop! Leave Correa alone.
I can't leave him alone. He doesn't play well for the national team. He doesn't... Okay, I deserve that. I should have left him alone. Now, Mario Silia, for all the good that he was at Ethnikos last season, has not been playing at Bafo. There's other players that could probably take a position there. I don't think he deserves a place in the national team at the moment just because he's not playing.
Well, look, Manzios has just got the job, and he's had how many games? 2?
Yeah.
1, 2. So maybe he wants to try new things. I'm guessing he hasn't got any friendlies. These are they friendly games?
No, one of them is, but Bulgaria is friendly.
Right.
Yeah. There's no Hector. Who signed for who signed for Watford.
Yeah.
So he's a championship player.
Long season.
Still.
He's played over 50 games this season.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't know.
Okay.
To be honest, like these national team call-ups under this coach, I'm not too fussed about it because he doesn't even know the bloody league. He never coached in Cyprus.
Correct.
How's he going to know these players? How?
Okay, fine, but why pick Gastanos? Right?
Maybe because he's played the most games. I don't know.
How has he played the most games?
For the national team. I don't know. Of all those players, I don't know.
For the national team. All right, I get you. Yeah.
Why does he pick Artimada? Maybe because there's a clause in someone's contract that every time Artimada's fit, they need to play for the national team. Instant
he is the
selection.
Captain. He is the captain. I mean, I agree with you, but he is
because Brazil, Brazil play Vini Jr. straight away, first name. Mbappe is the first name for France. Harry Kane is the first name for England. Lewandowski is the first name for Poland, and Artimada is the first name for Cyprus. Every year, every month, every time.
Yeah. You're right.
Patryk, if you play against Artimada next season, kick him for me, please. I'm joking.
Hey, well, you don't know. They might be playing for the same team next season with Apostolos Magridis being Orthos. You don't know.
Maybe.
You don't need to respond.
Stop.
Patryk. Just
stop.
You never know. Maybe Artimadas will come to Ethnikos.
Yeah, as well. He could do.
You don't know.
I'm making a note.
Don't speak. Don't speak. Right, Tasso, what's next?
With his brother.
Oh,
you
yes.
play with
Of
the
course.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's
Yeah.
right.
Now,
Right.
So I'm not going to spend more time on that because we're running out of time. Right.
Yes.
Do you want to do Vrionides first?
Before we do Vrionides, can we just do our pass corner thing, please?
We can do the pass corner first.
Yes. Very quickly, for those who don't know, there was the PASP Awards. They did the first 11, Player of the Year, etc., etc., etc. Patryk, who did you vote for?
Yes, I vote for. It was because I think we could vote for one defender, one goalkeeper, one midfielder, and one striker, if I remember it. But now I think I voted for Enzo Cabrera as a striker, Carlos Turski as a midfielder, because
Oh, yes.
And I think Goldar and
Defender,
Fabiano, I think.
Ah, come on. You voted for Fabiano. Okay, you see.
Yeah.
Good boy.
So,
like it.
I agree with most of the names that are on there, to tell you the truth. One I do not agree with is Jovetic as a number 10. Tankovic, man, I don't know what he has to do to get into that top 11.
Yeah, Tankovic also.
I have no, like last season as well, he was the best player in that position, and Roman Bezos got it, and he went and accepted the award on crutches. Anyway, it's fine. Tankovic is fine. It's fine. Now, there was a top 11. There was a second top 11. There was also an MVP, which was
Pepe, MVP of the season, as I told you months ago.
Yep.
Months ago.
Yeah.
Baller.
Now, as a defender by trade, in inverted commas, I wanted Goldar to win it because he had a fantastic season. Yeah, I think Pepe is a very good shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay. I think we've got time for one more thing, Tasso.
Yes, but there is one more thing.
Yes.
It's time to spin the wheel. What is coming? We don't know. Spin the wheel now.
Yes.
Some people have been very, very naughty.
Yes, and there's one person in particular who's been very, very naughty. We're going to have to play some more music.
Oh, no. Okay.
Oh, yes. Mr. Ioannis Violaris, Mr. Johnny Violins has been banned for 3 games and fined for, at half-time, cutting up the away end net in the goal at the game between AEL and Garniodissa.
Yes. So, Patryk, so you know, at half-time, the guy walks on. When you were playing against Paralimni, and at half-time, at the Alpha Mega, I show you this video.
Yes.
This guy is cutting the net with scissors at half-time. He works for Garmiodissa. And this is why there was a delay in the game. In the start.
It was a 10-minute delay because, there you go, they cut up the net. Now, the thinking on Garmiodissa's behalf is you delay the game by about 10 minutes, then you know what's happened in the other game, and therefore it's whether or not you actually try to win the game, I guess, in the last 10 minutes, because you've got to remember, Garmiodissa were already 1-0 down at this point. Now, it was delayed by 10 minutes because there was a solution that was put forward by, I guess, the grounds person at the Alpha Mera, who first decided to try and put the net together using tape. And then as 5 minutes later, they said, actually, no, that solution doesn't work because the tape is not doing it. So we're going to use...
They used everything. They used tape, they used glue, they used shoelace, they used everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
You know what? I feel sorry for the poor kid who had to run up and down the pitch to get the stuff that they were asking for each time. Like he ran more than some of those Garmiodisa players. Easy. But yes, so Mr. Johnny Violins has been banned for 3 games and fined for doing that. So there you go. Interesting.
And Brad, I think your game with Paralimni had light problems because they had problems with the nets in the Alpha Mega.
Yeah.
This is what I think.
Yeah.
This is what I think.
I watched this game against Paralimni because I didn't play. I wasn't in the squad, and was the problem with the lights, and also was funny because when the Karmetisa had penalty, the whole stadium was a silence. They were waiting for if Karmetisa scored the goal or no. So until the last minute of the Karmetisa game, Paralimni also was waiting for these results, and they didn't know if they stay in the league or no. The things like this with this net, I thought I saw many things in football, but
Again.
yeah.
This is Cyprus. This is Mappa.
Johnny Scissorhands, like Edward Scissorhands. But
there you go. Yes. Johnny Scissorhands. Yeah. Oh God. It's like, but the thing is, right?
If a fan did that, they would get a lifetime ban. If a fan ran onto the pitch and cut the net, they would arrest them and take them to jail. This guy, it's okay. 3 games, you can't go. Okay.
The thing is, right, he couldn't wait for a certain period of time after half-time. As soon as the half-time... So he ran onto the pitch to go do it. So he got caught by all the cameras that were on the court doing it.
For Karmetisa...
Yeah.
It wasn't difference.
Exactly.
In every they fight for draw and they stay in the league. So
that game for them was a complete mess. Like I saw as well that they had 2 people from the bench sent off as well during that game. Bedoya and one of the assistant managers as well. It was an absolute mess from them from the beginning of the game till the end. It was chaos. But there you go. So, an unbelievable bit of Rionidis this week. We got Johnny Violins appearing out of nowhere again.
Yeah. Right, are we done, Tasso?
That is Rionidis for this week.
We are done officially.
It's time to spin the wheel. What is coming? We don't know. Spin the wheel now.
There we go, and that's it. That is it. Patryk, thank you for joining us. It's been great having you on the podcast. Before we go, I need to ask you just some quick things because you've obviously been playing in Cyprus. What is the strangest thing you've seen in football in Cyprus? Anything in Cyprus, really?
maybe this cut of the net because it was sporting director or
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
So, yeah, I think this, yeah,
Yeah.
imagine sporting director of Chelsea will go and cut the net.
Yeah, Chicky Berestein gone. Berry, what's his name?
Berestein,
Man
that's
City.
it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, imagine him going out there doing that. But yeah,
Incredible.
it is incredible.
See, this is why we are so good with this podcast. We give Cyprus football news to the players that don't even know what's happening. We
Yes.
tell them these things.
And yeah, you can speak about new things every week. It's always
sure.
something new.
Do these things happen in Poland?
Like this, no, but but also yeah, there's many things, but sporting director didn't cut the net yet. Maybe next season.
Maybe
yes.
next season.
Yeah.
Maybe now we give them the idea.
Yeah.
Anyway, boys and girls, thank you for tuning in. That was our last review show of the season. We'll be back though because we've got more and more shows to come. I'd like to thank
always
you.
something.
Yeah, always, for sure. Tasso, thank you. Patryk, thank you. And thank you to all our viewers. And we'll be back very, very soon.